Welcome back to the channel. Brandon Lyons, Millimeter USA Senior here, and today we've got a Tisas 1911 in this plastic case. That video is coming up next. Let's go ahead and get it out of the case, guys. Pretty nice little presentation, if I don't say so myself. In a nice little cutout case. You got to give them points on that. Second magazine right here. I'm not going to call it an extra magazine. That's a second magazine. And every pistol that's sold should come with at least 2 magazines, if not 3 magazines. That's my take. Cleaning gear up on top, and then you got some paperwork in the back. Again, not a bad presentation at all. Let's get the pistol out. Tisas forged 1911 in 45 ACP. Forged frame and slide. Series 70 internals. Hardened before machined. So they're trying to put you into a quality 1911 here for a very reasonable price, made in Turkey. All right, guys, let's check the other side right here. This says Tisas, Knoxville, Tennessee. So that's where they're coming to you from, sending them all around the country. Wow, that's a pretty good grip safety right there. Got some nice vertical serrations. Goes up to a very good hammer here that's got some texture, so you can reach up and grab it and pull it back. Magazine comes out, shooting out like that, and it says Metgar, 8 rounds in it, blued in color. I found some safeties that I didn't really like on the Tisas, so let's see if this one is any different. So it looks like it melded up pretty good right there. This one's pretty good. Got some decent effort to put it on or take it off. If you wanted to strengthen it some, you could put a Wilson Combat 1 in here for the detent, and that would help it a little bit more, because right now it's a little bit easy. Pressing down on it doesn't give anymore. Once it's down, it seems to be down, and pressing on the hammer doesn't seem to go anywhere. The serrations in the back of the slide are very nicely cut into the slide itself, and you've got nothing up here in the front. Did you notice one other thing? It doesn't say Stakeout on it anywhere. So young Beretta and I were looking at this, and we came to the conclusion, and I think it's a valid conclusion, that this one is the undercover stakeout. If you're on a stakeout, do you really want your gun to say Stakeout right on it? Or would you rather it be an undercover? You've got a brass bead at this price point in the front, not gold, but brass. 45 ACP markings on the barrel, no match or anything like that grade being designated right there. Nice fixed sight that's got horizontal serrations going through it in the back. So it should be a decent little sight picture. It's a full-size 1911 without a rail, so right around 40 ounces, right? When you get a rail on it and stuff like that, you're looking at more like 42 ounces, just as a rule of thumb. You go down to an all-steel Commander, you're going from a 40-ounce gun right here down to like around a 36 or 37-ounce Commander. If you go to a Commander that is steel in the slide and aluminum alloy in the frame, now you're down to like 27, 28 ounces, somewhere in that range, okay? And places like Wilson Combat, they shoot the hell out of their carry guns, aluminum alloy on the bottom. So I know they last a long time. I mean, let's be honest, most people are not going to put 20 or 30,000 rounds through their Commander carry gun. People like Bill Wilson do. And that's how he knows that his guns are good for 30,000 plus rounds, is because he's actually fired that many rounds through them. So what is this one called? This particular 1911 is called a Stakeout 45. So a full-size government with nice wood grips. Those are pretty sweet, man. They feel good, they look good, they've got a good pattern on them. You've got a mag release right here that's knurled and has some finish on it there, so it's not just slippery, it's actually got some texture to it. You've got a long, solid trigger here. Nothing done on the front strap, and the back strap, as we talked about earlier, has vertical serrations on it. Down here, you've got a little work on the mag well. Can you see that? They actually did a little work on the mag well. And that's really cool at this price point. I'm sure young Beretta will throw in here what he paid for the gun. I think it was in the $550 range, but I could be wrong. So we'll see what he says about the price itself. It is a lot of 1911 for $550. There's no doubt about that. There you go with the knurled end cap. It's nicely finished here. I don't know how tight the bushing is, but it looks good. Yeah, it looks pretty good right there. For a $500 or $600 1911 or less, some of you are able to find them for even a better deal than that. If they run for you and they're reliable, I don't care that they're made in Turkey. Like I've said before, if you're buying these Tisas 1911s to protect yourself or your family, that's the most important thing possible. So those guys that say I will only buy American, good, buy American. We definitely need you to buy American. Step up and buy a Springfield Armory. Step up and buy a Les Bear. Buy a Wilson Combat. All those things are available, but a lot of folks are on a very tight budget or somewhat of a tight budget, and they need to make sure that their money is going to go as far for them as possible. If this thing runs and it's reliable and shoots a 45 ACP, I think it's enough said. Let's check the trigger out. Use my pinky to catch the grip safety. Right there, about in the middle, and I'll try to go straight back. 4 pounds, 9.8 ounces. Let's try it again. Brand new gun, has not been fired by us at all. 4 pounds, 11.2 ounces. And one more. 4 pounds, 10 ounces. So that's 3 in a row, done the same way, and you're under 5 pounds on every pull. So 4.10, 4.8, 4.5 pounds, which is almost perfect for a starter 1911 like this, or a additional 1911 like this. It's gonna be not something that's gonna go off too easily. You're gonna have to put some effort behind the trigger. When you go to pull the trigger, it's gonna require some pull to it to where it finally goes off. Almost Glock type weight. Let's do the reset. Wow, good reset. Back on it. It's not moving at all. It just breaks. Wow, good trigger on a less expensive 1911 by Tisas, guys, or Tisas. Call it whatever you want. Just give it some respect. We have a couple that aren't up to par for us. They've got a couple of small issues. I'll probably do a video on that coming up. But for right now, this 1911 Stakeout in 45 AZP is a big thumbs up. Either way, whether it says Stakeout on it or it doesn't say Stakeout on it, the pistol itself is pretty excellent, again, for the price. Pick one up for yourself, test it out, give me some feedback on my channel. Be respectful, please, and I'd be happy to talk to you guys about your Tisas Stakeout or undercover Stakeout. We've got a great group of subscribers and we do appreciate you. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching the channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, the Beretta 9mm USA channel and the CZ 9mm USA channel for more guns and gear videos coming to you in the future. We'll see you guys on the next video. And remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting.